that's an amazing win tonight. And he's got great form going through the Vicbred Super Series Silver race behind the Mustang and Scorcher. So he's a pretty nice horse, even though he's got a little less intestine than you and I.
Yeah, he's a bit of a nutcase at times. He's been hard work along the way, but he was probably the best 2-year-old I had. And you know, they sort of virtually said 10 grand and 5 grand, and I thought, you know, I liked him a lot, and thought, well, I'll pay the money, because there was only a 50% chance of him surviving, which yeah, it was a bit of a risk.
Have a look at the speed, 56.7, incredible.
Yeah, definitely, Jace. Got to be a bit careful, and genuinely I don't like to do that, but she is, yeah, a horse with a really bright future, and Anton, Pat and Jack and all the team at Yabby Dam, they've done a great job just babying her through and looking after her. She's been a big sort of baby right through, so yeah, to start to see her start to sort of build into a racehorse now, it's great, and she's still not sort of doing everything bomb-proof there. She's still got a bit of improvement.
For those at home who don't know, we called Jason Lee the rock star from the All-Star Series a few years back, and that's a personality you have. Maybe privately you might have said that, but to come out in public, it means you've got such huge faith in her. Do you and Anton sit down together and decide whether she goes to the Great Southern Star in 2021, or do you leave that up to the big man?
Nah, definitely not. That's Anton, Jack and Pat, and all them guys will make that decision. I just rock up and drive them, so happy to just take the reins on race day.
Did you think you'd get the front that easy, Jack?
Yeah, how she got out of Melton, I was pretty confident she'd at least half length them, and if she could do that, she'd probably bully her way to the front. But she got there under her own steam, just about, and once she was there, she travelled real good and never sort of felt like getting beat.
We sort of forget about these horses sometimes when they're off the scene, but Rockasaki, beautifully bred out of Nakasaki Magoo, who I won some coin off many years ago. Boy, you're about 9 years old, Jack, but I'll tell you what, she's pretty handy. I mean, you look at the sectionals, first up from a break was wonderful, and again tonight, 55-6 home. She's got ability.
Yeah, she's got a stack of ability. If she sticks about, she'll go through the grades. She'll win a few more races, that's for sure. She's a nice, big, strong girl, and she's got plenty of heart.
I think you were a little bit more confident than you were letting on.
Oh, look, he at home until probably Bondi lockdown, there's probably nothing run a quicker last quarter. But, you know, he's just probably been a bit unlucky. But yeah, I got a beautiful run in transit, which helped. And, you know, maybe the favourite wasn't I don't think he was that short a favourite, and we were probably above the odds.
Is he the kind of horse, I mean, you've had a big opinion of him for a long time. I actually blame Stevie, but it was you who said Rollover's the best horse in the camp, when Silent Major might be a slightly superior horse. But I'll tell you what, the way he won tonight, I know it's only a 1,200 metre race, but it feels like he's got at least a metropolitan future, proper metropolitan future.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. He's probably been a fraction disappointing. Like he's had a sit, and then sometimes I thought he should have ran on better, and he hasn't. And that's probably where I've won a lot from the deaf seat, you know, maybe dictating the race and then getting him home. So a bit the same as Shady has sometimes, just that, you know, sometimes they put in that bit better one with the way the race is run. So, but yeah, hopefully he can go a lot further. That'd be good.
At Bendigo a couple of weeks back, he didn't want to be part of it around the bend, and then he flattened out. I always felt I should have given you my thoughts on the run, because I was always confident, Steve.
Yeah, no, I was sort of confident, but, you know, we'd done a fair bit of running in that first corner, which I didn't want to have to work that hard to get to the death. You know, we set up a little bit, 30.3, but everything else, you know, was pretty slick quarter. So I just didn't know if someone was hard on me sort of travelling. But, mate, the top of the straight, as soon as you ask him to go, he digs deep. He's really found a bit of bottom this year.
Now, you go back to Indigo Bay, who obviously was a great Country Cup horse. Has this horse Mirakuru got that sort of ability where he might reach that level?
Oh, I think he's better. Indigo Bay was a lovely little pony, but he was a sit sprint. You know, he used to sit through the fence, get all the lucky runs and go whoosh. But this bloke, you know, Indigo Bay couldn't sit in the death doing that. You know, this bloke, he's just getting better and better. So who knows how far he'll go.
You're such a cool, calm, collected character, but that must mean a lot.
It sure does, you know. A little bit emotional because, you know, Rob's been like a second dad to me, and I've known him since the day I was born, and to drive a Group 2 winner for him, sort of, words probably can't express it. It means more than any Group 1 I've ever won, for sure.
Well, it means a lot to see you with a little bit of emotion because we don't get to see it from you too often, but this horse is just going unbelievably well. And you come out here, we talked about the fact that you disappeared. They're not COVID protocols there. We talked about the fact that you stepped away from the game. You're getting some great drives at the moment. We talked about our Uncle Sam a couple of weeks ago, but, you know, you're not out here to try and win big races anymore. You're out here to have fun, and that must have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. To battle it, thanks mate. To battle it out with one of my old faves in Red Hot Tooth. Yeah, it's probably, you couldn't have scripted it really any better. But yeah, super proud of this horse. He's come a hell of a long way, and you know, I got to pay thanks to Matty Craven and Chris Venocio. They did a fantastic job with him.
What a great run by Perfect Stride. Clearly the 4-year-old Bonanza's the next target.
Yeah, I think so, Jace. Yeah, I think the Hunter Cup's probably just a year too soon for him. And so, yeah, $100,000 race on the same night. It's actually a shame they're on the same night. You know, if it was a week before, you'd probably do both. But that's probably the way we'll aim, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, I know I lose phones, but you've lost my number because you told Gareth Hall this horse was back to its best. And he knew, he was telling everyone before the race. But he seems, I mean, it was a great drive in the Cobram Cup, but he seems to have gotten that mojo back that we saw from him early in his 3-year-old season.
Yeah, he's actually, you know, he's done a super job as a 2- and 3-year-old, you know, placed in both derbies. And, yeah, he just went through a little bit of a patch there, but he's, you know, it's funny, the whole team sort of hits form at the same time. And, you know, his Cobram Cup run was great over that distance and the time and that. So hopefully he'll just get, you know, get a little bit better and a little bit better. And hopefully this time next year he's in the Ballarat Cup.
You were pretty quiet, got me a touch worried, but he is a freak.
Yeah, no, he is, mate. He's they don't come around very often, and thank God I got him.
I'll tell you what, even when they were going so slowly, I thought to myself, what are you doing, Sal? You got to put the foot down. He's the best stayer in the race. Just bury out to play, but he's got everything. 53-1 home in the last half of a Ballarat Cup. He's not just the strongest horse going around, he's also the fastest.
Yeah, no, that's right. He's, you know, I've said it for a long time. He's got everything, exactly what you said, and it doesn't matter in them races. You know, even though he can stick a bit, it doesn't faze him. He's so fast that it's just not funny. So, like I said, I've said all along, he doesn't have to be driven that way. He'll get into a good race one day where he can sit off him, and he'll be electric.
$55.5 home and cruising. Very happy, I'd imagine.
Yeah, really good first up, Jay. So, you know, I thought she might be a fraction vulnerable tonight, but, you know, she's pretty casual in front. She's having a good look around at everything. So, yeah, no, she dashed up the straight really well.
Well, the good news was they came to eyeball you and she said, OK, we might be in a race here. So I was happy to run 400 metres at least.
Yeah, it was actually better when, you know, the one got up beside her. She sort of got him on it a bit. And she's a lovely filly, beautiful manners, and, you know, that'll take her a long way.
Yeah, we're not going to play state against state here. We don't like that kind of gear, but you're very happy to be back in Melbourne. As far as we're concerned, you're not even from New Zealand. You're a Melbourne boy now.
Yeah, no, loving it back down here. We had a, you know, great run since we've been back, and no, things couldn't be going better.
Has that confirmed your thoughts that he might go into the 4-year-old Bonanza?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's probably going to be a step up for him, but he's a lovely horse, and he'll actually follow pace really good. He's, so yeah, we'll give him a shot at it, yeah.